As an artist in residence, I worked on 2 projects, Functions, which is a set of prose scores or instruction pieces for visitors to engage with, and Situational music, which I worked on with Joseph Rosenzweig, and is a concert that gives historical background to functions. Through spending time on the floor of the museum, one thing that's immediately obvious is that there's a huge group of visitors most days here. The piece that I developed, it's a prompt to engage with group dynamics. It stems from kind of formal observations about the way people interact with one another. It consists of a set of 22 instructions. I term them prose scores. They are open-ended instructions, but all address this unidentified you, so a plural you. When the piece begins happening is when the participant starts identifying who that you is. Historically, the prose score has been used by musicians and artists. A number of composers and notably Fluxus artists who were early experimenters with the prose score or instruction piece were also interested in sort of a democratizing of the performance space. Anybody can be a performer. There isn't really clear delineation between audience and performer when they're happening on the floor of the museum. There's no stage. They're not performed in a traditional concert environment. Further, the materials that are necessary to perform the scores are accessible and everyday, so you don't really need anything more than your own body or yourself in space. The concert that was developed alongside the project, Situational Music, is a way of acknowledging the work on which my project depends. The concert Situational Music presented works by Pauline, Oliveros, Christian Wolff, Luc Ferrari, among others. Many of the ideas that I was borrowing from for functions to figure out how functions might actually work were taken from some of the pieces that we presented, and the concert was meant to highlight that work. Functions is inspired by processes that are happening outside this space, and what one experiments with here might be taken to other environments, to city streets and squares and spaces beyond this one. So the group of cards are presented in this envelope as an invitation that can travel with the viewer beyond the Exploratorium.